when you're mentioning about Mozilla trying to find something to be like actually make money, I was having a look through the products they have, and they really like just don't have much that's successful, do they? Like Firefox, that's Firefox, that's great. You have Firefox Relay, protect your real address and get control of your inbox. I've never heard of a single person using this. Oh no, it's okay. No, it's doesn't exist yet. It's a wait list. Okay, that's why. Cool.
Yeah.
Mozilla Monitor. See if your personal information has been compromised in a corporate data breach. Sign up for future alerts. Is this a paid service?
You can pay for I believe you can pay, but there's a free version which I personally use. It's quite useful, but it's just a rebranded Avib and Pawn. So they're essentially paying a third party to run their service.
I've seen a bunch of other services. Like there's a lot of services that are really popular with like YouTube ads that basically do this as well. So
yeah,
then there's
it's completely free. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Then there's the Mozilla VPN. VPN
rebranded Molvant VPN.
Yeah, even if it wasn't, let's say they were doing their own thing. The VPN space is so competitive. There is, even like just on what gets advertised on YouTube, I can think of like 5 different VPNs that get advertised by multi-million sub YouTube channels. You're not breaking into that space. Like that's just not going to happen. We all love MDN. MDN is great, but it's also free. So yeah. Thunderbird Thunderbird is Thunderbird. They kind of do their own thing. If they weren't part of Mozilla, nothing would change because Thunderbird's really successful. Fake Spot has your back when you're shopping online. I would assume this is free.
It is free.
Yeah, and then there's Pocket, which what even is Pocket? I've never used Pocket.
It's to save essentially articles, and they also do like it's a bookmarking service type of thing, which you already have bookmarks in Firefox where you can summarize articles. So
of the things they do have, maybe Relay will be popular, but there's already like all of the things they're doing here, there's already very well established services to provide this.
Yeah.
So, like, if they, like, a lot of the stuff that Mozilla is doing now is stuff they should have been getting involved in, like, 10 years ago, when they weren't in this position where they have, like, 3% market share, whatever the number is now. Like, now that they are in this very desperate position, they're trying to build out these other solutions. And I think it's good they are trying to build them out, but they're building them out so late that I don't know how they can break into any of these spaces without doing something really, really revolutionary. And from what I'm seeing, it's just kind of doing the same thing the others are doing, but it's from Mozilla, so you should trust it.
Yeah, but they're doing things like Mozilla VPN, like you said, the market is saturated. That's not necessarily something that's useful. Firefox Relay, most people are going to go with Proton. Is it really useful? Like, if they wanted to launch a product that would make money for them, personally speaking, a password manager would have been great. Now it's too late. Like, the market is also getting pretty saturated. But 10 years ago, like, there was LastPass and that was about it. And even their product wasn't that great. So, yeah. I wish them success. I don't know what I would do in their place. It's a tough market to be in.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't really know what... Because, if they had something in place before... Because LastPass, they, a couple of years back, decided to basically neuter their free tier and make it so you effectively had to pay to use it, which caused a lot of people to leave it. And I get it. Like, they have a lot of people on it. They want them to pay for it. Like, understandable.
Yeah.
But when they did that, like, Bitwarden was well established by that point, and people were like, well, Bitwarden is just everything I wanted from LastPass. Yes, they have their, like, paid tier as well, but the paid tier, unless you're using, like, hardware verification, I haven't really seen a value to the paid tier of Bitwarden. And if you like hardware verification, that's good. Use that.
Yeah, and if, I think it's OTP, timed one-time passwords and passkeys. And then again, in the case of Bitwarden, you can self-host, and there's also Vault Warden. So
yeah.
There's competition there. Like, quite frankly, the most successful product Mozilla has is MDN. It is the reference as for developers. Like even
But
Chrome,
it's free.
like people who develop websites for Chrome use MDN.
Yeah, but
it's sad, but it's true.
But it's free, and that's sort of the problem.
Yeah.
I know they're trying out some like AI stuff, but I feel like by the time they're gonna have anything deployed, it's gonna be like, you know, again, it's another thing where it's a perfectly fine product, but it's so late to the market that all of these other things are established, all of these other things are better. Like, they need to do something before everybody else is doing it. I think the leadership is trying, but I don't think they know what to do.
No, and they're also given an opportunity right now on a silver platter with the whole Web Manifest v3 to market the crap out of Firefox being a browser that does respect your privacy, and if you want to install ad blockers, we're never gonna block them, and all that jazz. They could do a big marketing push on that, and quite frankly, I'm pretty sure it would manage to like convert a few people. Are they going to do that though? No. I don't think so. I personally don't think Mozilla is that interested in Firefox anymore. To be completely honest, they know it's not revenue generating. They know it's not going to be revenue generating for them in the long term. So we're going to maintain it because it allows us to develop all our other technologies around it. But I'm pretty sure Mozilla is going to pivot at least their profit side of the business to something more profitable, like the advertisement business they just purchased, which I forget, Anonym, I think it's called.
That sounds right.
Yeah, which is going to be providing them a more stable revenue stream. And at the end of the day, even if they do that, it still benefits us because I don't think they're going to abandon Firefox completely. They're still going to develop it. It's still like they've got brand recognition for Firefox, and that's worth something. But like they have to do something to stay afloat.
Like if you also think about other things they've done in the past, like there was the Firefox OS, the thing they were going to use for smartphones and stuff, which when that came, what year did that come out in? Initial release 2013. So it was 6 years after the iPhone and however many years after Android had come out. Like,
yep.
They just have the only thing that Mozilla has done early is the browser, and that's only because they got grandfathered in from Netscape. Like that's the only reason.
Yeah, and what year did WebOS fail as well from Palm? That was later bought by LG for TV. I think it's around 2013 as well. So they didn't choose the best time to launch Firefox OS, unfortunately.
2009 it was launched.
Okay.
Yeah, 2009 is launched as Palm OS was launched.
Yeah.
Then it was acquired by HP. Then it became WebOS. Yeah.
Yeah, and at that point it was already dead when it was acquired by HP. So, I mean, yeah, unfortunately they were late to the market again.
Yeah, it would be very. You mentioned them pivoting into advertising. So their plan for revenue generation is to pivot into the market that has a stranglehold by Google and Amazon. Like, again, late to the market for another time.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a market where if there's more competition, it benefits advertisers.
That's
so
true.
I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing. It's the less consolidation you have in the advertising market, as long as Anonym managed to get an audience, right? So if they can get their ads on websites, they actually have a chance because they can undercut the prices that Google or Meta's charging right now. So we'll see. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, and if their advertisement business does seem to want to respect user privacy and not do individual tracking. So am I enthused by it? No, not really. I don't like advertising. But if they keep true to what they're saying publicly, it might not be such a bad thing.